1100% gains in the past 24 hours. I've been looking at all the crap coins that no one talks about, things that people don't even pay attention to, and looking at some of the gains. It's very clear that we are getting farther along in the bull market. Things are getting exciting, but I'm going to tell you guys about some really exciting shit today. One, the conversation. Remember, I think I was the first one to mention out there publicly that the one thing Bitcoin is missing is DeFi. And if that were ever to happen, it'd be a massive game changer. But the way Bitcoin is coded, the way Bitcoin is done, it's extremely, extremely impossible. But guess what? More people are talking about Bitcoin and DeFi. I'm telling you, if that ever were to happen, forget about it. It will be insane. But we're going to talk about that insanity. And another insanity we're going to talk about is two projects. One that I feel has a lot of room to go, and another one that I think is going to sneak up on a lot of people. It is something that is tied to a real world app that's already being used. It's been downloaded 100,000 times. This is a pretty cool thing. This, in my opinion, has the potential to at least 100x inside of a bull market. Now, make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit the like, comment, share this video, do the whole jazz. This is prime time. You don't want to miss out on any opportunities that are out there. So I know the big news right now is the fact that Bitcoin has broken 12K and everyone's talking about hitting 15K. That's cool. But truthfully, how many of you guys can buy enough Bitcoin to translate that kind of move into you becoming wealthy? How many of you can buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin and make wealth off of the current bull market right now? The answer is almost none of you, right? $1,000 isn't going to make you wealthy with the current bull market. But $1,000 with this current bull market can make some people $1 million. That's the honest to God's truth right now. It's just insane. Most of it does boil down to luck. But $1,000 can yield you more profits through altcoins in the current market than it can putting it into Bitcoin right now. I'm not saying Bitcoin's not a viable thing. But let's talk about this. Imagine Bitcoin and DeFi. It's actually looking like it's going to happen. Now, I'm skeptical that the Bitcoin blockchain is adequate enough technology to actually do proper DeFi off of. Look at what's happening to Ethereum right now. Imagine if we actually had this kind of DeFi traffic on Bitcoin. It could take years before you got a transfer done. It could take hundreds of dollars in fees to get a transaction done, right? To lock in your trades. I'm not real optimistic in the idea, but I'm not saying it's impossible. Technology changes exponentially, changes every day. And it appears we have people looking in to making DeFi a real thing on Bitcoin. And now that's a situation, that is a situation where $1,000 of Bitcoin could translate into wealth, especially if you got in early, especially if you did that today, and then tomorrow Bitcoin had DeFi. That's a real possibility. So, I'm keeping my eyes out on this because, there's multiple places talking about Bitcoin and DeFi. And right now, the up-and-comer is DG Lab Conglomerate, which, like Ethereum Powerhouse Consensus, includes both an investment arm and an adjacent for a software company, open source, this protocol, blah, 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 Lightning Network. Let's see. So this is something everybody in the community needs to keep their ears to the ground and pay attention to. Now, speaking of DeFi, I want to cover some things. CRV Finance, the CRV token, has been an object, a coin of controversy quite a bit lately. Either you love it, you hate it. People are calling it a scam. People are saying that it's going to, crash and burn. I can tell you right now, the CRV token itself is going to be extremely volatile. It is. It's going to be something crazy. But you have to think about this. It was free money. Free money right now. It was reward for participating and adding liquidity to a pool. So it's free money. I firmly expect all those from DeFi to pull quite a bit of profits. I do not expect them to take the CRV token down to something like a zero, down to something where it's going to be worthless. Because if it becomes worthless, if the CRV token gets hit too hard, can't even say that straight. What the hell is wrong with me? Then what's the point of yield farming? You see, at yield farming right now, that's the thing. That's the big thing. And Curve Finance right now, that one is growing, and it's growing fast. So you got to remember, this whole thing about yield farming, it's like, if you look at the token, like you look at like an XRP or any other token that's out there, you're looking at it wrong. You have to look at the CRV token and ask yourself, how does it fit into the yield farming ecosystem? Okay, the CRV token is going to do exactly what the liquidity providers want it to do. Right now, they're going to pull some of those profits for all of their efforts. Now, something else I want to point out over here is the top 10 DeFi projects by the value locked in them. As you can see over here in the far right, we have Uniswap. It had a 60% growth in August. We have InstaDApp. Now, InstaDApp is, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to the DeFi world, I don't use it, won't use it. I'm not a big fan of it, okay? It's part of the ecosystem. A lot of people use it for the yield farming aspect, okay? I haven't been a big fan, but actually I think others have felt the same way I do about it. So it saw a 32% loss in August, only holding 176 million. Then you have Balancer with a 20% loss in August with 224 million. Wrap Bitcoin is up 79% in August. Wrap Bitcoin is something that's being used quite a bit more. Yearn Finance up 232%, 588 million value locked right now. That is freaking impressive. Then you have Synthetics, 721 million, up 47%. Compound is only up 1%. Compound seems to be a powerhouse, but Compound doesn't seem to be the place where a lot of people want to go. Now, I can tell you why Yearn is also growing so fast is because Yearn automates the DeFi process. So don't get in there thinking that you're going to make trillions of dollars or anything like that, okay? Yearn's actually a good place to go to start learning. Then you have Curve, like I said, the CRV token. I'm not worried about it. It's up 269% in August with a $952 million value lock. Now, what's crazy about Curve, if you compare the user interface of Curve to almost all the other DeFi platforms out there, the user interface of Curve is not sexy. It's quite ugly, but you know what? It's effective, and projects have been using it since February. I'm serious. A lot of projects have jumped on it since February. So, and the growth we're seeing now, that's mainly retail. And then we have IVE, $1 billion value lock, 135% increase in August. Then Maker. And you know, Maker, it doesn't surprise me. It's still leading the way, but it's up 30% in August with almost $1.5 billion. I mean, DeFi it's insane right now. All right, so the very first project I want to talk about, I've already talked about them before, but I'm going to tell you right now, this thing, the reason why I bring these guys up and the reason why I partner them with this channel is because I know they have growth. It's because I know they will continue to innovate. It's because I know that their community will continue to grow. And the one thing about Nimik, the one very core thing about Nimik that keeps bringing me back to this and makes me want to talk about it more is the simplicity. It's so, you know, like acronym KISS, keep it simple, stupid. They really seem to follow that. It doesn't take anything elaborate to really make something good, especially in the cryptocurrency space. I feel like we overcomplicate things way too much. They went simple. They wanted to make a simple currency, a simple web-based user interface. They wanted to make a simple way for you to stake. They wanted to make a simple wallet. I mean, it was very clean, very simple, and it's a lot of fun. The other thing about Nimik that I'm going to tell you right now that makes this thing really attractive, especially in this market, is the team. They also keep things simple. They are not greedy. They didn't go out there and buy a bunch of Lamborghinis. They didn't buy a bunch of Ferraris. They took their funds and their growth and they keep on innovating. The next level of innovation is the Nimiq 2.0 Albatross update. Okay, that's something that is coming out, is a Nimiq 2.0. So with their update, they've got the upcoming testnet, they got checkpoint blocks, they got nano nodes, browser clients, security audits, the bug bounty program, roadmap updates. I mean, there's all kinds of things happening with Nimiq 2.0. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link to their YouTube video that they put together for them to explain, the team themselves to explain 2.0, what to expect, what's coming out. And I'm going to tell you, the community's excited about this. And what's even more appealing is the fact that they are innovating, the fact that they keep things simple, the fact that it's a very clean project. The community is growing. Community growth equals more money, equals more liquidity, equals more, it equals prosperity. So I really feel that with Nimiq 2.0 coming out, with Nimik aggressively trying to grow, with a Nimik trying to expand the exchanges you can find it on, I suspect Nimik is going to be one of the top performers, okay, top performers as far as underdog coins in this current bull market. The next one I want to talk about is called Word of Mouth, the Word of Mouth token. Now, why am I a fan of this one? Let's talk about the person behind it. The lady behind it is somebody who actually used to work for Adidas. If you're from Europe, you call them Adidas, okay? Working for marketing, handling those kind of real world traditional marketing elements. She saw some problems. She saw some things that needed addressed. So what she did, she actually created this app right here called the Yay app, right? Let me see if I can zoom in and get this thing to focus. Right there, the Yay video app that has 100,000 downloads, right? So I mean, it doesn't have the best reviews, but the point of this app, before we talk about the token, is the fact that video is becoming a bigger part of our lives. Video testimonial is becoming something that we actually seek more of. So she decided to give you a designated place, a central place to go and do those kinds of reviews, video-based reviews of all kinds of brands. It's not limited to one thing. If you bought a new mouse, if you bought a new coffee cup, if you bought some new shoes or makeup, it gives you a place to go ahead and leave those video reviews. And this is where the word of mouth token plays in it. The word of mouth token is fixing to tie into that ecosystem. So the time and effort that you put into that, you can be rewarded. And here's what's cool. The way it works is if you put a good testimonial out there, a testimonial that seems to be effective and gets the message across for that brand or that product, okay? The brand or product can pick up that ad from the app, okay, and go ahead and put it on their own marketing, making you semi-famous, I guess you can say. And that is how you get compensated with the WOM token, word of mouth token. It's a pretty damn cool, very clean ecosystem. I know for a fact that they've made impressions to a lot of people. I know that their website right now doesn't seem to be up to par, doesn't seem to be working. Don't let that discourage you. I've done some extensive research into this, the project, the team behind it, and I can tell you right now that this project, the word of mouth token, okay, is something that is liked. It is absolutely liked by some of your VCs. Now, and it won't, I'm telling you what, it will not surprise me knowing the people behind this, that if sometime in the next month to 2 months, or maybe just a few weeks, there's going to be some massive news. There's going to be the word of mouth, the WOM token. I'm telling you what, it's going to be a whammy, okay? I feel that this token is greatly undervalued, especially for its usage, especially because the people tied to it are actually in the traditional world, especially because they haven't been focused on driving token prices and this and that. Their focus has been working on making a working product, the app. Okay, 100,000 downloads. This isn't gibberish. This isn't garbage. You can download it yourself and play with it and use it. So I feel like this will be at least in my personal opinion, based off of my own research, at least a 100x token this year. But I could be wrong. But I feel like my research is sound on this one. So I myself have went ahead and dove in with word of mouth. I found it on KuCoin. Okay, guys. So listen. That is all I have for today. Nimik and word of mouth. Those two right there. Nimik, I feel like, is going to be something that it's something actually everyone already knows about. It's building a community, okay? I don't think it's going to do some crazy 500x, but I feel like as this year progresses, it's going to do nothing but grow. I feel like it's going to grow with a lot more stability than something that's just going to hit the moon, okay? Word of mouth, I'm telling you what, out of nowhere, that thing right there is it's gonna be like high off of rocket fuel, and it's gonna find the moon. I'm telling you, I really feel confident about that. But listen, that's all I got for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Peace out.